Olá pessoal, eu estou num cenário diferente hoje para vocês, ó, minha máscara da PBR tá aqui do meu ladinho, porque aqui a gente é obrigado a usar máscara, a gente ainda tá aqui com muitos casos de coronavírus, aqui em Nova York nem tanto, mas a gente é obrigatório, então eu tô aqui com a minha máscara só deixando de ladinho aqui para fazer esse vídeo para vocês. Bom, em primeiro lugar, estamos de volta aqui com os nossos vídeos. Como vocês sabem, a PBR Unleash The Beast iniciou na semana passada, né? Retomou aqui a temporada e vai até novembro, sim, vai até a grande final lá em Las Vegas. Então, todo final de semana agora vocês vão ter vídeos novos falando sobre a PBR Unleash The Beast aqui nos Estados Unidos. E é claro, eu vou estar aqui trazendo para vocês muitas informações. Bom, antes de eu começar a falar desse final de semana agora, em primeiro lugar eu quero agradecer a todos vocês que seguem o nosso canal. Quem já curtiu, curte aí esse vídeo, é muito legal a gente ter uma curtidinha de vocês. Para vocês não custa nada, para a gente vale muito. E para você que ainda não se inscreveu, se inscreve aqui no nosso canal, aproveita para ativar o sininho, porque toda vez que eu colocar um vídeo novo você vai ficar sabendo. Mas agora vamos às novidades. Em primeiro lugar eu quero falar para vocês que a gente faz uma reunião semanal com a família do Fabiano e com os amigos do Fabiano Vieira, e ele está mostrando muito progresso. Falei com a esposa dele essa semana, a Gillian, e ela está super feliz com os progressos do Fabiano. Então a gente vai colocar aqui alguns updates. Ela tem colocado no Instagram dela, tá? Que é Gillian Vieira, e também tem colocado no Facebook do Fabiano Vieira. Então, se vocês quiserem saber o progresso do Fabiano, o que ele está fazendo, dá uma olhadinha também no Vieira Ranch, que é do Fabiano Vieira. Vocês vão olhar aí que ele está tendo os progressos. Ele está lá no Baylor, em Dallas, mas está se recuperando. O nosso cowboy vai voltar daqui a pouco. E falando de coisa boa, o José Vitor Lima anunciou essa semana que ele vai ser pai. José Vitor, que é o cowboy número 1 do mundo, agora ele e a esposa dele, a Amanda, eles estão grávidos, então a gente está super feliz. Parabéns, José, e parabéns em dobro para o José, porque hoje é aniversário dele. Então, feliz aniversário, José. Infelizmente você não fez as montarias nesse final de semana, mas a gente deseja tudo de bom e logo, logo você retoma e continua na liderança. Então, nós estamos aqui torcendo para você. E esse foi o final de semana dos brasileiros lá em Oklahoma. JRV, João Ricardo Vieira, venceu o round number 1 no sábado. JRV, excelente montaria, a gente ficou super feliz. E quando ele abre aquele sorriso, não tem como sorrir junto, né, gente? Ele já espalha alegria junto com ele. Paulo Lima fez também um trabalho excelente esse final de semana, indo para o Championship Round junto com Kaique Pacheco. E o Iceman foi o que levou a melhor do final de semana, foi o grande vencedor, conquistou mais uns pontinhos aí para o ranking mundial. Kaique, que é campeão mundial da PBR, ficou super feliz que o Kaique venceu essa competição. E aí, super feliz que um brasileiro tá lá, né, liderando. Então é isso, gente, vocês vão conferir aí no vídeo a seguir algumas informações e mais imagens sobre esse final de semana lá em Oklahoma. E eu espero que vocês tenham gostado desse cenário aqui. Eu estou no Central Park aqui em Nova York, que foi de onde eu assisti a PBR hoje, assisti aqui do meu celular, exatamente, fui no meio do dia. Então, assim, para trazer para vocês novidades aqui, para adiantar tudo, eu já resolvi gravar daqui mesmo, para que vocês tenham aí as informações do que foi esse final de semana lá em Oklahoma. E fiquem ligadinhos que nos próximos finais de semana também vão ter mais montarias aqui da PBR Unleash The Beast.
Here's the nut. Armed and dangerous to the left, into João's hand. He has a seat. Doesn't look to be phased. Now with the 7 rides in Brazil, the 3 rides in, and Frank Newsom takes a shot right there from Armed and Dangerous.
That bull's got some clown stabbers on him and he knows how to use them.
Definitely not happy like his owner, J.W. Hart. Just kind of angry, Jess.
Yeah,
and João making a controlled ride, but it's not going to be a lot of points.
No, and he's going to have to take a
re-ride.
re-ride.
What do you do in this situation if you're João?
If you're number 2 in the world, if you're that far behind Jose, you have to take re-rides. You can't let opportunities like this slip away from you. If you're not going for first every single time, you gotta go home competing against Jose Vitor Lemmy.
Speaking of going for the gusto, that was a good shot of Frank Newsom, giving it everything he had to save João Ricardo Vieira and taking the hit. This is the bull that Jose Vitor Lemmy practiced on, to the left, into his hand. You gotta watch for a switch up. Will he stay? Will he twitch it up? Right here, and an outstanding ride for João Ricardo Vieira, and he doubles up on his re-ride.
And just as I said, this is gonna be the round win. I call it right now. Great decision by João, and he executed with it.
This world title race is not disappointing anyone at this point in time because of riders like this. He is so hard to beat when he is locked in like this. To the left, he can ride him to the right. 88 3/4 points for João Ricardo Vieira. And a big move for this man.
And that's what we're talking about. You got to take those opportunities because it just turned into a round win for him.
So João all smiles right now. Teel over his head, and now set Paulo Lima versus Shaken. Into his hand, has a seat.
Paulo's got a good ride started.
Gets off no problem for Paulo Lima. Shaken has posted some big numbers on the board in the past. 88, Taylor Toves was on this bull in Denver, Colorado in January this year.
And this isn't the most consistent guy you're gonna see on tour, but he's the type of guy that at any given moment can put up big rides like this.
And the consistency increases when you have a bull for Paulo Lima that goes into his hand. That's his wheelhouse. That's where he feels the most comfortable, and the comfort zone was all there for Paulo. 87 1/4 points will push him to the #1 spot here in round #1. And a bull that has put up some big numbers. 87 1/2, it can be in the high 80s here, but look for both ways on this bull. Great seat, super control bull ride right here for Coop. This guy is just outstanding, Jess.
Oh, and that was a great bull, and he just made him look easy at this point. Cooper Davis is feeling hot. Everybody else, look out.
So ride a bull that big, that strong. 86 1/2 points for Cooper Davis. It is hard to get this man on the ground.
It is, and he's lost some more weight coming back from his neck injury. He's back at what he was riding at when he won the 2016 world title, and it shows in his riding. He's just riding a lot more flawless. Just looks easy to Cooper right now.
What does that do for his confidence? You talk about the size. He knows that as well as you, how important that size is in order to really succeed in this sport.
None of that really matters. There's your first one of the day. Taylor shifts it into an extra gear aboard Black Cadillac, and that will absolutely book his ticket for the championship round.
And really a good ride there, Craig.
88 3/4.
Worked every point to the right into Mason's hand, and that's what I'm talking about with Mason and the ability that he's got. It's not the rope or the spurs that do that for him. That's all Mason Taylor. All he needs is a rope that he can hang on to, and he can make those kind of rides.
The other thing he needs is just belief in himself 24/7. Of course you're going to react like that when you put together 8 seconds the way he did. Early leader, early target. This is Ezekiel Mitchell, his re-ride against Zorro. There's a show for you. Zeke trying to raise the roof here at the Lazy E. How about that? It's just fun to watch him when he makes 8 seconds. 90 1/4, back-to-back weeks with 90.
Hey, this Zeke, is starting to feel it. And I'm not talking about the celebration. He's got that down pat, but I'm talking about the riding and what it takes to finish these top-end bulls. That's a big-time effort and focus from Zeke right there. Job well done.
90 1/4. He comes up a point shy, which still leaves him slotted into third, but you better put some weights on his shoulders because he might start to levitate out of here. He's with Kate.
2 championship rounds, 2 90s in a row. Describe the confidence level right now.
Shoot, I told you earlier that I was just looking for the next one, and I told myself I want to be in the conversation with those guys. I got to ride the ones I don't get along with, so I'm just blessed.
You told me before last weekend, looking for that first 90. Now that you have 2, what is it that's elevated your riding?
I just want to be a world champion. It may not be out of my reach this year, so I'm going to fight to the bitter end to figure it out if I can get it. So that's all it is to it.
Well done.
Thank you.
Craig.
Kick he has, and he's got the speed to go with it.
Taylor did an amazing job after having that separation off the back of Chisel to even come back for another jump, but the bull does his job. The ride ends early. What's the score gonna be? 46 1/4.
Needed 46 1/2. Is that what you said to take the lead?
Yep.
Well, that was really, really close. And look, here's the thing. Great effort by Mason Taylor and a great effort by Chisel. Those are 2 of them going at it right there. I mean, Taylor's going with everything he's got, trying to get there. He did learn from last time. He didn't rear back. And Chisel just beat him fair and square right there. That was an outstanding day from Chisel. Both of them should be proud of their effort.
He needed 46 1/2, but that 46 1/4 puts him in
Getting pretty good right here.
There it is! Hocus Pocus's usual magic does not work on Pacheco. Only the second time that bull has been conquered, and Kaique has to love it.
People better start buying their Pacheco stock because it is rising right now.
89 1/4.
When you see Kaique and his head's down the way it is right now, and it's been that way every ride, you know, it's not just this one. This has been building up to this point. This guy is hard to get on the ground. Great job.
You started to say you better buy Kaique Pacheco stock. I thought you were going to say action figures.
That too, man.
He needs to merchandise that sort of stuff. Pacheco moves into the #1 position, trying to win his first event since 2018. Midnight Rock, we've seen a number of bulls out in this round that are former ABBI, either for futurity or other levels of the ABBI success. Pacheco's on the board, not only handles the spin, but Midnight Rock looked like he was going to cover this whole arena.
Yeah, so if I'm looking at Pacheco right now as in the big picture of things, he's 7 1/2 last night. He makes it
88 here.
Outstanding ride right here. He's going to make a championship round, get a good pick. I really like where Pacheco's at moving forward.
You mentioned it, 88 points slots him into second, Mac, and that will absolutely be something to build on. This championship round so far is completely wide open.